Hello everyone, I'm John, this is Sean, and this is Everyday Food Reviews. Today, we have a little something different for you. We have an energy drink formula, which target is mainly gamers, which we obviously came across quite easily because we do play a lot of games. So I think it was on Facebook that I saw this product. This one's called Sneak.
Yeah, so John sent me this. He said, have you heard of this Sneak? I said, yeah, I think they've got a pretty comprehensive social media campaign at the moment. I've seen them,
Yeah.
I said, it's just, as far as I can see, it's knockoff G Fuel. He says, what's G Fuel? I said,
No, I knew what G Fuel was.
You knew what G Fuel was.
I didn't think about G Fuel.
So,
because I watch, there's a YouTuber and mixer partner called The Panthers who does a lot of FIFA streaming and videos, and I've heard him talk about G Fuel a lot.
And that's the lad whose code we've used.
Yes, yeah. He like I say, he's a partner. I think he's sponsored by G Fuel, and he had like a 30% off code when I was watching him. And as I messaged Sean straight away. I was like, we've ordered some Sneak. Let's order some G Fuel as well. While we can get 30% off, let's see what we can use the code on, and compare the two products. So we got a starter kit from each company, didn't we? Yeah. Each starter kit came with a shaker, and is it 5 or 6 flavours?
Sneak came with 5.
Yep.
G Fuel came with 7.
Okay.
G Fuel's normally more expensive, and it takes...
Yeah, how much were they?
So with our discount, this came to £17, and that one was, I think, also £17 with shipping.
Okay.
I can't remember the exact numbers. They worked out about the same, but the G Fuel per sample, because we got 7, worked out a little bit cheaper. No, I think that one was £15.
Yeah, with shipping.
It was £10 for the 5 samples with a free shaker, then a £5 of shipping. This one it's all in dollars, and I can't remember what it was, but it with 30% off, ended up being equal to the shipping cost.
Yeah.
So that was pretty handy. Really brought the price down. But I've seen G Fuel advertised for years. I've seen Sneak advertised for months. I've
never had them.
I've never had them. I've never been interested. I really don't.
I think for us it's always been because we live, like, my nearest convenience store is a 30-second walk just out my front door. Yeah. And they have a decent selection of energy drinks.
Yeah.
A lot of the Monster ones that I drink anyway. A couple of the Rock Stars. Mm-hmm. And so it's just as easy for me to go and get an energy drink as and when I want it.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Well, I keep a lot in my fridge.
Yeah, you buy a lot more in bulk than I do.
Yeah, and if I was going to buy a tub of energy drink to have instead of a can of Monster, I would just buy a tub of pre-workout for less money.
Yeah, because even though pre-workout is probably more expensive, well, just as like a single purchase. Like a pre-workout's going to be 20 quid or so.
You can get pre-workout for 20 quid. This is more than that.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. So I
meant compared to a normal energy drink.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So
it's sure.
more than an energy drink, but then it's cheaper than buying even a tub of this, which are nearly 40 quid.
Yeah.
For a tub of Sneak, and these are, let's be honest, targeted at younger people who, especially in the age that we live in, believe that any one of them could make it as a huge streamer or YouTuber.
Yeah, I mean, it's from a marketing perspective, it's completely understandable. But at the end of the day, you're paying more and you're paying more money and getting less product than a pre-workout. But at the same time, the stuff that's in a pre-workout that isn't in this isn't stuff you need for sitting down and playing computer games.
No.
But then, do you need anything for sitting down and playing computer games? I don't know.
It depends how long if you're on a proper gaming sesh from say 8 p.m. at night till 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
Maybe you do want something.
But if it's
then other people would then also argue that you're not going to want to drink this much caffeine.
No.
At 8 o'clock at night.
No. And also, it's like...
So I feel like it's a bit of a double-edged sword, that.
The thing that gets me as well is... If I'm that into something, I don't play many games. I play Diablo 3 sometimes. So when I'm into that, when a new season starts, I spend a lot of hours on that each day. until I've completed the concrete.
You play a lot of Forza recently as well. Started playing that with me, and you. I think from what I've seen you as a kid, you just grind out a season straight away, and then you might not pick it up for a day or two.
Yeah. So when I'm doing that, if I want to get up and get a drink that's got caffeine in because I'm tired, I just get a kind of pop out the fridge. This is as much effort as making an instant coffee. It's powder and it's water. Maybe a coffee you have to boil the kettle, but then this you're going to need to rinse out the cup. Because chances are you've not done that. Coffee, there's always a mug in the cupboard. You can just get the mug. You don't need to find your packets or your tub or anything.
Decide what flavour you want.
Yeah. So
try and scrape out.
If I'm going for something that's more convenient than instant coffee, I'd just get a can and pop out the fridge. But if you live in a little flat, you haven't got a big fridge. This might be ideal. I'm very much expecting and hoping that these flavours are the real difference, because at the end of the day it's powdered caffeine and sweetener and flavouring. So I'm hoping that it's that I wouldn't say I'm expecting, but I'm hoping that I taste this and I'm like, oh yeah, it's the flavour. That's what this is about. That's why this is so much more than instant coffee. That's why this isn't much cheaper than just getting Rockstar. That's why this is the same price as pre-workout, because pre-workouts are known, we said in a previous video, they're known for having the flavour technology on point, because they can't afford to mess it up.
No, because of the bitterness from the caffeine.
Bitterness of the caffeine, they've not got the
and all the other
sugar there to cover it up, they've not got the carbonation to cover anything up, so we're hoping that this is going to be coming from the same angle as that. So like we said, we got 7 flavours of G Fuel, we've got 5 flavours of Sneak. We thought for the first video, we're talking about both of them. Yeah. We're going to compare G Fuel Sour Cherry
and Sneak's Cherry Bomb.
So something that Sneak mention in their marketing is that all of their products are naturally flavoured.
Yep, it says
naturally flavoured. So G Fuel doesn't mention that. G Fuel is sugar free and 25 calories. This G Fuel packet is 7.4 grams. The Sneak packet is 10 grams.
There's only 10 calories in this.
Yeah, so it's fewer calories from more mass. But in terms of the stuff that matters, which is basically the caffeine, this has niacin, which I believe is vitamin B12. It's got vitamin B6. Vitamin B12's here as a separate ingredient. So what was niacin then?
I'm not sure, mate. You're the scientist.
B something. It's got a bit of taurine. It calls it an energy complex. So it's got all the familiar things. It's got 150 milligrams of caffeine. That's the key ingredient. We're looking at 150 milligrams of caffeine in this packet. I think the Sneak is the same. It's like 150 or 160 milligrams in the packet.
150.
150. So they're the same amount of caffeine.
Anhydrous.
Anhydrous, yeah.
So the directions, pretty easy. It says add 1 sachet to 300 to 400 ml of water. We filled ours up to 350. I think G Fuel says the same.
G Fuel says 12 to 16 ounces of water, which is about 300 or 400 ml.
So we've gone straight down the middle, 350.
350.
We're just going to add a sachet to each of these. We'll just share them out between glass. We'll try both flavours and we'll tell you which one we think's better.
Yeah.
And then I think we'll touch on overall the branding and stuff like that and how we found.
Yeah. So do you want to start with the?
Yeah.
We'll start with the G Fuel.
Okay.
G Fuel's the original, if you like.
Yeah. It's been going the longest. As you said, we got this with a 30% discount code from a streamer and mixer partner called the Panthers.
Smells of cherry.
Other YouTubers and streamers might have similar discount codes.
I'd imagine so. I'd imagine so.
Yeah, so
G Fuel's pretty well established, isn't it?
Yeah, you do get a choice of shaker colours.
Yes, there's quite an array of choice on the G Fuel website.
Sean's got shakers coming out of his ears, to be fair.
Pretty much every time you order protein or anything from anywhere, you get a free shaker.
Or it's a quid for an extra shaker, so you may as well pick something like that up.
Yeah.
So Sean got me to choose the colours that I want, because he said you can have the shakers.
This cup is not very translucent, so it's hard to tell when this is mixed up. They did do ones that were more clear. G Fuel had a choice of different sizes. They had some... Oh, this is a cherry flavour, and that looks kind of...
Purpley.
Yeah, okay. I think that's mixed up in... I'll just give it another shake, and we'll pour it into the glasses.
Okay.
Oh, it looks red there where I spilt it. Okay. So yeah, the G Fuel had a few different sizes of shaker cup. It is a bit sort of purpley. You can get them in single sachets, or you can get them in tubs. G Fuel, you can get like a pack of 40 sachets for a few quid more than a 40 serving tub or something. Now, I think that having a different selection of sizes of cup is a very good thing, because it's the maximum amount of water they recommend is 400 ml. This cup still holds more than that. It holds 500 ml.
I think this is the same.
No,
No,
700.
700.
That's why it's a much bigger cup.
Yeah.
If you're buying this in sachets, to know it would be ideal for if you're going on holiday or something, and you're not going to take cans of Monster on holiday. That's one sort of niche that I think this could fill. Certainly in the sachets rather than the tubs. You could take a few sachets. You're going to a conference for the weekend or something. You're going on a plane just taking hand luggage. You could take some sachets of this, and having a smaller shaker cup
Would help.
would certainly be preferable to having a big one like that, especially when that is twice the size that they recommend as being necessary.
Yeah.
So
It smells very similar to Kool-Aid that I've had in the past. Bought Kool-Aid from Selfridges in the Trafford Centre a few times.
Yeah, I buy
Like
Kool-Aid
the fruit
quite
punch
often.
one.
Yeah.
It's definitely, yeah.
Oops. It smells very, very good. It smells like a very nice cherry flavour. Oh wow! Wow. There's a bit of separation there already at the bottom of my glass.
Yeah. I'm going to blame your shaking, to be honest. Don't think you've shook it very well.
Okay. Well, you can do the next one. It said sour cherry. Now, a lot of flavours say sour cherry, and you taste it, and it's not sour cherry. It's just cherry. This is sour cherry. Yeah. This is very nice. I am very impressed with this. If you're expecting a natural cherry flavour, avoid this like the plague.
They don't market themselves as like a natural cherry taste. They're just saying this is full on sour cherry, in your face, blow your head off kind of sour cherry, and it's good.
This is. I would get this again, especially with a 30% off code or so. I don't know if I'll rush out and buy it, but in principle, I would absolutely get this again. This flavour is incredible. I'm a bit concerned about the separation there, but I think ordinarily you'd be drinking it out of the cup, so you can just shake it up a bit more before you finish it.
And also, like I said, we've done 350 ml of water. Maybe 400 would be better and help sort that out a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think this would hurt from a little bit more dilution in terms of the flavour. I certainly wouldn't want to drink this with any less water than what we've put in.
No.
As it is, though, it's incredible, and it's such a strong flavour, and there's less powder in this than there is in the Sneak.
Yeah.
That's a 7.4 gram sachet. The Sneak's 10 grams. I don't know where the extra calories are coming from in this though, but
no, but it's a great flavour that you say. It's just very, very. I don't know how to describe it. It's just. It's probably one of the best ever cherry flavours I've had.
It's delicious, but I think it would benefit from chilled water or a bit of ice. That's the only thing I'll say. Even with
there'd be nothing wrong to making a couple of these up.
Put them in the fridge.
Put them in the fridge,
or just put a bit of ice in the shaker cup. Like the space, even if you fill that up to 400 ml, there's still going to be space for a bit of ice in there.
Yeah, if you could easily get a few cubes of ice in there.
I don't know if ice would make the separation worse, if it would make the powder less soluble, but. Unlike a lot of drinks that you have where you have that sort of separation, that there's no grittiness there. I've just swilled up what had separated out, and that there's no grittiness. It's lined the glass a little bit, but in terms of the texture, in my mouth, and as I was sometimes you get a bit of grittiness in your teeth and stuff. That there was none of that, so that's
Yeah, and the separation didn't give you that powdery
no.
taste. Is that what you meant by the grit? Just
No, I mean sometimes it's actual sort of
okay.
gritty, and you can actually sort of catch it and chew it on your teeth sometimes with some of them. But this was a very sort of fine separation.
Should I get this side?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just rinse these glasses quickly.
Thanks.
A lot of the time we can get away without rinsing the glasses, but that flavour isn't.
Yeah, you don't want to mix that up.
Just a little bit of that could quite easily take the whole glass of something else. It's a very strong flavour.
Not as much. Not as fragrant in that.
No, I'm having to try to be able to smell anything from that.
There's actually some. It looks like it's clumped up a bit already in that sachet.
You can smell it now that it's in the water though. But obviously the shaker cups have these mixer inserts in them. They're both pretty similar. The G Fuel one.
They're identical in terms of the insides, I think.
Yeah. So since we ordered the Sneak, actually, when we ordered it, it was a tenner, and they had 5 different sample sachets.
2 different shaker choices. Was it 2 or 3?
I think it was 3, but one of them was out of stock. Now that one is back, or certainly last time I looked, that one is back in stock.
It was an all-white one with black graphics on it.
Yeah.
There was a black. Was it black with white graphics?
Something like that.
And then there's the orange with the pink.
Well, I think there's a black and white one, the orange and pink, and then purple. The other one was purple and white.
Purple and white.
But yes, since then they've added a glow-in-the-dark shaker cup.
Oh.
And they've added a 6th flavour to the sample pack. So if you order a sample pack now, you get 6 instead of 5. But the thing is, with G Fuel, you just get 7 flavours. You can't choose what they are or anything. With Sneak, they have 6 different flavours, but you can choose each one. So if you just want 6 of the same, you can do that. If you want 2 of each of 3 of them, you can do that. But obviously, they've put the price up from £10 to £12. But you can order 6 instead of 5, and you still get a free shaker cup with it, and then pay postage on it.
It's definitely a lot lighter in colour. It is pink. It's not really like a dark purple.
I mean, that's what we'd expect. We'd expect this to look less artificial than the other one, with it being. It smells faintly of cherry.
It's not supposed to be sour cherry though, is it?
It's not supposed to be sour cherry, and they say it's a natural flavour, but it is called Cherry Bomb, so you'd expect something a bit intense.
Ooh. I really like that. It's not as maybe in your face as the sour cherry. Very distinct cherry taste though, quite sweet.
I think it is still quite sour as well.
That's really good. I didn't expect that to be coming from that colour, especially with the G Fuel one being a lot darker.
Yeah.
That was a proper cherry colour. Whereas this being a little bit lighter, I think I expected it to be a bit more muted, a bit more subtle, but it's not. It's there, but it's...
It doesn't smell of anything. The taste is good. It is a more natural flavour. It is still quite sour.
Whether or not it's because the shaker cup's bigger or I shook it better, I don't know, but there's not as much separation.
There's not.
There's a bit.
Yeah, there's still noticeable separation there. I'm finding this one distinctly chalky compared to the G Fuel. It's almost like it's got a sort of texture to the liquid that I wasn't getting from the G Fuel. It seems a bit kind of stickier, a little bit chalky.
Maybe.
These are very different drinks. You look at them online, you think these are going to be the same thing.
Yeah, and that's why we decided to do there is a couple of flavours that we tried to match up as best possible.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not going to do the exact same flavours, but there was 2 cherry ones, and we thought, let's put the cherry together. I think there's raspberry ones in there and that we've matched up in a tropical one.
Yeah, blue raspberry from Sneak and blue chug rug from G Fuel.
Tropicilla from...
Tropicilla from Sneak and Tropical Rain from G Fuel.
So yeah,
they might be. So we've got a couple that match up and a few that haven't. Sneak do a flavour called, what was it, that Stealth Edition.
Yeah, not sure what that's going to be.
They don't tell you what the flavour is. They're very proud of keeping that a secret and having it sort of slightly intangible. It's one of those flavours that, according to reviews, people can't quite put their finger on. So obviously we don't know what to compare that to.
No.
But
overall, not both of them, not really bad drinks.
I'm very impressed with both of them. If I was to have one again, I'll be honest, it'd probably be the G Fuel.
Okay.
But I am very excited. The thing with these is they're both quality flavours, but given these two cherry flavours, I prefer the G Fuel. But I'm excited to try the rest. We've got.
I like both. I like how they are still both very different cherries.
We've got 10 more flavours to try. Is it 10? Yeah, 10 more. So I'm excited to get through them. I'm sure they're both going to have like a standout flavour. I'm excited to see what it is from each one, but I'm not prepared to write Sneak off.
No, they're especially because G Fuel are a lot more established.
Yes.
You should expect them to be maybe a little ahead.
Yeah. Also,
because they've had a lot longer to develop their flavours as well.
Yeah.
And change them when they need to and things like that. But
Sneak they had 5, now they got 6 flavours in the sample pack, which I think is all the flavours that they do. G Fuel have 7, which is just a select few of what they do. G Fuel have so many more flavours.
Yeah, they even do flavours like, I think there was a Dr Pepper one and all sorts.
Yeah.
They've been around a lot longer and they've obviously had a lot more time to develop their flavours. And so, in terms of branding, I actually really quite like the Sneak branding. I think it's a little bit more gamer orientated.
It gets in a little bit of grittiness, having swilled that up like that wasn't there on the G Fuel.
Oh, okay.
But it's not a lot. I've had much worse.
Yeah. Yeah. So the branding, sorry.
Yeah, the brand. When the Sneak stuff arrived, it was in a Sneak branded cardboard box. It had the little rabbit logo. On it and some crosses and like there's a cross in the background there behind us.
This branding reminds me of like if we are talking more about games. So I said to you earlier, it reminds me a little bit of Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah.
An old N64 game.
Yeah.
Maybe it's for a bit of, I'd say, for an older audience.
Yeah, although I think this is a rabbit and Conker's a squirrel.
Yeah, but he also fights like the teddy bears that are like the evil teddies, and that kind of what reminds me.
Is this even a rabbit or? I think it's a rabbit.
It is a rabbit.
Okay.
But I just mean in terms of like the character.
Yeah, the style.
It just reminds me a bit like Conker's Bad Fur Day, a bit edgy, a bit.
Yeah.
G Fuel doesn't have anything like that, but
no, they got their G Fuel logo. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's one of their partners or if that's a G Fuel logo or what, but it's there. So if you like that, then that's great.
Yeah. No, overall very impressed.
Yeah.
Would you buy it though for a gaming session, or do you think you would still probably just opt for an energy drink out your fridge or a cup of coffee?
If I had this, I'd drink it, but I don't think I'd go out.
No.
So certainly not yet. I'm open to the possibility of finding one of these flavours that's just so good I can't not buy a tub of it.
Plus, you still have a lot of pre-workout knocking about, so you'd probably also go through some of that first.
I've not got much control or willpower when it comes to online shopping, and things tend to stack up a bit. So I tend to draw the line in arbitrary places, and I think the difference between powdered energy drink and powdered pre-workout is where I've drawn one of my arbitrary lines. Like, I've spent £100 on pre-workout when I don't go to the gym, so I'm not going to spend money on gaming fuel that will give me even more reason to not go to the gym. It's one of them. This is manufactured in Manchester. Well, that's worth. That's
something to say as well. Yeah, we were very surprised at how quickly the Sneak came.
Yeah.
I've just remembered that. I thought
I ordered it on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday night, and it came Tuesday morning. Was it Tuesday?
No, Monday. It came Monday morning, didn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I ordered it.
It was due no earlier than Tuesday.
Yeah, because I ordered it Sunday night, and then it turned up on Monday.
Proper caught you off guard.
It caught me off guard, and I was, it didn't take long. It was only a second or two. I'm like, what's this parcel? Oh, I can see what it is because it's quite heavily branded. That was a surprise, a very pleasant surprise. The G Fuel also came before the estimate, but I think the estimate was something like the 7th of November.
Yeah.
But I ordered that about 3 weeks ago, and it came, was it last week?
Yeah.
So it took about a fortnight.
Which G Fuel is coming from America.
It's coming from
Manchester.
This is coming from Manchester. This is coming from Manchester to Liverpool. So.
They really are. Like, I think on Sneak they are, like you say, they've got a really like social media heavy presence right now.
Something worth noting as well, that the checkout screens, the basket and checkout screens were identical on Sneak and G Fuel.
That's something you said.
So I don't know if there's something going on there with the same parent company or something. I'd guess not because of the difference in the flavours. But
it might just be the website.
I think it's more likely that they've just got the same webmaster. If Sneak are trying to market themselves like G Fuel, then they've gone and said, we G Fuel audience is our audience. They'll go to the same webmaster. They've probably got the same social media people, the same sort of style of YouTube sponsorship.
Yeah.
I imagine if these take off, we're going to be seeing Sneak partners on YouTube and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Could be us.
We could be. I was going to say we could be Sneak partners.
If I didn't prefer the G Fuel.
This time, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how much they appreciate honesty. But yeah, I'm open to finding a better one.
Yeah, very impressed.
Yeah, first impression is very good on both of them.
On both of them, yeah. It's something we have been sceptical about.
Yeah.
Because it's, again, we'd just rather go out and get energy drinks, and even though we play games, it's like it's not really. We're probably not the target audience though. Being 30.
No, yeah, I think we're at the point where we're young enough to be able to adapt to change and try new things, but still old enough to be afraid of it. So when someone says, "Do you want a powdered energy drink?" say,
"No,
no,
no. I'll go and get a Monster from the shop."
Yeah, I'll go and get.
It's a quid.
Monster.
That's it.
I might even get sugar-free Monster. That's a bit different and scary. I might get a mango one. It's an energy. It's a Red Bull, but it's got juice in, and it doesn't say Red Bull on it. I'm confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's different and it's nice.
Yeah. Right. Well, I don't think I've got anything to add. Yourself? No.
No. We'll save any other comments for future videos of the other 10 flavours we've got.
Yeah. Don't know how quick we'll get through them.
No, I am very excited though.
Yeah. So hopefully look out for those. If you get any other suggestions, but if you know of any other companies that are maybe starting out,
yeah,
definitely.
Anyone similar. I've not seen any, but I don't, unless you're actively searching or they've got a big social media presence already, you're probably not going to see them.
No. The G Fuel does control a lot of the market, if not all of the market share right now. So
yeah,
definitely. So right, well, thanks very much for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.